So welcome back to part 2 of the Soramimi Karaoke how-to. In this part, we are going to actually use the Soramimi Karaoke tools to begin time coding our song. So last time you'll remember we created we installed the program which automatically created all of these files here. Under the songs folder, we created a Bubblegum Crisis folder, and within there we added our individual song folders. One thing that I recommended was creating a song folder for each individual song that you're doing. So, for example, we are going to be doing Asue Touchdown as our project today. Should I have a karaoke version of this, I would create a separate folder for it as well, such as this, and I would name it karaoke, for example. It makes it easier for the program to differentiate between the two, and with the auto selection, we'll get into a little bit more of that here shortly. The other thing that I would like to mention before we get started is that the soramimi.nl site has a wiki, which is a great resource for figuring things out. If you get lost or confused, you'll find on the wiki there's a Soramimi help link, and if you go there, you have your basic usage, your folder structure, keys and commands which are useful within the karaoke program itself, creating a new project, stuff like that. So what I'm going to go through is the easiest, most simplest way to do it. So there may be options which I have not explored in the program yet, but let's get into it and let's get to some time coding. So you will want to locate the tools program, which is either a shortcut on your menu if you've used it before. Otherwise, go to your program list, locate Soramimi Karaoke, and open the tools. Last time we talked about the installation, you will remember that we wanted this to run as an administrator. If you haven't done that, you can always right-click the program and go to the Run as Administrator option. You'll click Yes on the Publisher warning, and here we have the Soramimi Karaoke Tools program. There are 5 windows. There is the lyrics displayer, there is the lyric editor, the MP3 player, the projects list, and one that I don't have showing is the media viewer, which is helpful when you are time coding to an actual video. While we won't get into videos in this project, maybe in the future I will do one that does include a video. So let's discuss the lyrics editor. There are several buttons here, many of which I do not use, but some that we will need to utilize. Well, first let's open our project. On the available projects here, you'll notice that all of our animes are listed. All of these animes correspond with a folder under the songs folder. So however you spell it here is how it's going to show up here. So we're going to locate Bubblegum Crisis, and we are going to expand that project, and you will notice that our list of songs here correspond with the list here. Now, once we find our project, you'll notice that here it automatically detects the MP3 as well as the text file. If you have multiple versions of a song, if you use individual folders for each song, as I've recommended, it should auto-detect the MP3 and text file. However, if it does not, or you're using multiple MP3s in the same folder, simply click the dot button here and locate your MP3 and open it. Same with your text file. MP3 and open it. The XML data up here, you don't have to worry about. It's not required. I rarely, if ever, use it. I actually don't know what it actually does. So if Max or Hugo are watching, maybe they can comment and give me a little more information on how this helps or what its original use for. However, for the purposes of doing our project, it's not necessary. So let's go ahead and open our file. To open it, simply highlight your project, make sure your information is listed, and click the Open Folder button. You will notice on the left here that the lyrics are now displayed, and on our lyrics editor are our lyrics, obviously. Now, the lyrics editor, if you did not already go into your text file to edit out your punctuation, change all your English to caps and all of your Japanese to lowercase, this is a good place to start if you have not done that. The individual buttons here we'll discuss a little bit. Let's take a capital word, for example. In a normal song, the Japanese lyrics would be lowercase. So let's pretend that these were supposed to be Japanese. Well, if they're capitalized, you can lowercase these without retyping it by highlighting it and clicking the A to lowercase a button. It will ask if you want to convert all of these words to lowercase. You would click OK, and now you will see that both versions of that word are lowercase. Right there. Now for your English words, they all need to be caps, uppercase. So for those English words, or for those katakana words that you want to later individually timecode, you would highlight those and simply hit the A to uppercase. It will do the same thing. It'll convert all instances if you've highlighted a particular word. Now, if you have not highlighted anything, it's going to lowercase everything or it's going to capitalize everything. So if you're doing a 100% English song that has multiple cases, then you would just simply go in here, click this button, and it's going to uppercase everything. Same with the Japanese. If you know 100% that everything is Japanese or close to it is Japanese, you can simply go in and lowercase everything, making sure to go back through and make sure that any English words are then converted to capitalization. The copy here, if you want to make changes, drastic changes to your lyrics here, you can select everything and copy it over to this right pane. Once you're done making changes, you would simply hit the copy button and it's going to overwrite everything on the left pane. You can either work directly here, which is a real-time change, or you can work over here, which waits for you to complete any editing and then copy over after you've confirmed. So before we start timecoding, one thing we need to do is we need to separate all of our Japanese phonetics, or syllables. And the way we're going to do that is we're going to find the Romaji button here, and you'll notice that there's little underlines under these. Once you click this, it's going to take all of the Japanese syllables and it's going to separate them. All of our English will contain no underscores. So let's click this button. You'll notice that everything over here has these underscores for the Japanese phonetics. All of the English does not. That's exactly what we want, because each English word is going to be treated as a single syllable. Now, once we get done with our initial timing, we may go back and add in individual timestamps between letters if it's a really long word. So, for the time being, we're going to take all of this and we're going to copy it to our primary window here. You'll notice that our lyrics displayer over here also shows the same thing. And one change to notice is that our file name up here now has an asterisk after the txt. This asterisk is very important. It means that your project has not been saved. So if you were to close the program and reopen it to continue timestamping later, none of the changes that we've made so far will be saved. So make sure that you save your project often, especially if you have a computer that is prone to crashing. Simply do a file, save text. You'll notice that asterisk goes away. It means it's been saved. And I am going to pause there for just a moment to start a new recording.